Hi guys, my name is Sahil Shah and I am a student of University of Wollongong in Mechatronics Engineering, and I am going to present you one topic. That topic is based on the suspension system. My topic name is electromagnetic suspension system for a passenger vehicle. As we can see, what is the suspension system, why it is needed, and how we can make the better suspension system. The first we have to understand what is the suspension system. For that, we have to understand that the suspension system has been used from the ancient time. Previously, they were using the wooden spring suspension, but now, the technology is continuously growing. So we need to add some better technology in suspension because the today's car is becoming more smarter and smarter. So we have to think different, we have to think divergent from the previous techniques. So now I'm going to present you what is the advanced research is going on in suspension system. And second thing, why it is necessary. The one thing is that there are two types of cars. I'm just talking about the cars. First car is the luxurious car, and second one is the sports car. The two cars are different. Like for luxurious cars, they need a better comfort. The people want better comfort, and in the sports cars, they need a better road holding, like better grip in wet condition, in sharp cornering, and all that. So it is like it is almost difficult and it is almost impossible to get those two things in one suspension systems, like better comfort and better road grip. So we need to design some different kind of suspension system for today's car. As we know, the sports car doesn't have any proper comfort in the car. The road grip is good, but comfort is not very good in the sports car. And the third point is my, like, how we are going to use that suspension system, like how we are going to design. The first thing is that we have to need our previous suspension system was designed from wooden spring. Then we came to the hydraulic suspension system. Now we have to think one step ahead. The today's Now the trend for the today is like we have to design some kind of new. So we are going to use electromagnetic suspension system. That electromagnetism was explained by Faraday's law of electromagnetic suspension system. You can see the types of the suspension system. First is the passive suspension system, second is the semi-active suspension system, and third is the active suspension system. Passive means normally 95% cars are equipped with passive suspension system. Passive suspension system is nothing but the hydraulic suspension system, which is the normal suspension system. In that we can get average level of comfort and the average level of road holding. But if we design a semi-active suspension system, semi-active suspension contains the property of both passive suspension system as well as the active suspension system, and it is like very not more in the cost, but still it's somehow lagging to the active suspension system. And among that, active suspension system is the best suspension system. I am going to show the components of the active suspension system. These are the components of the active suspension system. As we can see that active suspension system contains more electronic component, and it is the mixture of mechanical and electronic thing. First, this is the complete suspension system. We can say the chassis of the car, and it contains a lot of actuators, a lot of controllers, and a lot of sensors, FDI filters, monitoring component, and supervisory controller. Like these are the like modern components of the suspension system. So like the thing is that the sensor will sense the road irregularities, and it will send the command to the microcontroller, and then microcontroller controls the current in the magnetic coil, so that in the magnetic coil, so that the magnetic coil will turn off and turn off, turn off, turn on, turn off, turn on after in the segment of the time, and in that manner we can control the suspension movement of the car. Just 2 minutes. I'm going to show you the video. This video will gives you the idea about the comparison of the suspension system. Just 2 minutes. This suspension system was invented by the Bose, and it will show how the car will react at the cornering. As we can see, this is the conventional suspension system and this is the Bose magnetic suspension system. In the conventional suspension system, the car is like little bit tilted down at the cornering, but in the Bose suspension system, this problem doesn't happen. And as we can see on the sharp turning and all that, the conventional system equipped car behaves like tilting and it's uncomfortable. But in the Bose suspension system, it doesn't behave like anything. See, this is a normal car. You can see the difference. And this is the car with Bose suspension system. It doesn't behave like anything. This is a sports car. In the sports car, you cannot get a better comfort zone. And now we are going to see the speed bumps. On the speed bumps, the normal car shakes like anything, but in the Bose suspension car, just see the lower part of the chassis is only moving, but the upper part of the chassis is remaining stable. Now you can see the mountain roads. You can see the inner view of the car. In conventional suspension system, the car shakes a lot. Like it is very uncomfortable to sit and very uncomfortable to drive. But you can see the difference in both suspension system. The car is remain stable. Now you can see the bigger difference. See, we can adjust the suspension system in the Bose suspension system car. This is the advantage of the active electromagnetic suspension system. You can see. Now I am going to show you what are the methods for designing of the active electromagnetic suspension system. First is the TPMA method, which means tubular permanent magnet actuator. It contains permanent magnet motor and with some actuators, and this technology has been used in BMW cars. And the second one is the magnetorheological fluid. This technology is used in Audi TT car. Magnetorheological fluid has some property. It has a property of change in viscosity property, because in that fluid it contains some nano ionic particles. So in the action of the electromagnetic field, the particles are like distributed unsymmetrically, but in the time of the action they got one direction, and ultimately the fuel changes its viscosity, and we can control the suspension movement. Third technique is design using neurology and fuzzy techniques. This is the very advanced technology, and it is the part of artificial intelligence. This neurology is very good technology, but the thing is that it is very complex to design this kind of system. And fourth one is EMS and EDS system for maglev trains. This fourth one technology is specially used in maglev trains, like superfast trains used by Japan, China and Germany. This EMS means electromagnetic system and EDS means electrodynamic system. EMS, it works on the principle of magnetic attraction, and EDS is opposite to the EMS. It works on the principle of magnetic repulsion. So like when the train is moving, actually it doesn't have any contact with the trail, and it's almost floating on the ground. This image shows how they design the suspension system by using magnetorheological fluid, and this is the very advanced technique. This is a part of semi-active suspension system. As we can see, the magnetic fluid contains the small nano ionic particle, but these ionic particles are are separated uniformly when the field is not activated, but at the time of electromagnetic field, these particles got one direction, and they travel to certain directions. So in that manner the fluid is become more viscous, and the suspension movement can be controlled, because this fluid magnetic field will react with this piston, because on that piston the electromagnetic coil is wound. So the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction comes into the picture, and the whole suspension movement can be controlled. Advantages of active suspension system. Active suspension systems are like, as I earlierly told you, that it is the only one reason that we can get better comfort level and better road grip at same time. So it cannot be possible by using different suspension system, like in normal conventional suspension system, or like hydraulic suspension system, or any other suspension system. But we can get this property by using active suspension system. And the second point is that in hydraulic suspension system, there is always some pollution due to leakage hoses, and also there is a pollution of CO2. But the active suspension system is free from the pollution, and it doesn't contain any pollution element, because it purely works on the electronics. Drawback of this system. The only mainly two drawbacks are there. So still researchers are searching for to overcome this problem. First problem is this suspension system is more expensive, because it contains high powerful neodymium magnets, so which are those magnets are very expensive in cost. And the second thing is that this system contains the more accurate electronic sensors, so those sensors are also very expensive in nature. And the third is that the backup system is required. As we can know, the hydraulic system purely works on mechanical fundamentals, but this is purely work on electronic principle. So for that, the backup system should be required, because we cannot believe purely on electronic whether it is purely accurate, but still for the safety reason backup system should be provided. And now I'm going to show you the research design. I developed one new type of suspension system, which is not a passive nor a semi-active or neither active suspension system. But I've done the small experiment and it runs good. I used the ultrasonic sensor. As we know, ultrasonic sensor are used to measure the depth of the sea. But I think on that we can use it in the car for sensing the road irregularities. So it, and like Accuracy of these sensors and response time is very good. This sensor response time is less than 2 microseconds, which is more than sufficient. And second thing is that in this experiment I used electromagnetic coil, and this electromagnetic coil is not a fixed, like in other car. If they use active magnetic system, then electromagnetic coil is fixed. But in this car the active electromagnetic coil is not fixed and it is movable, so it is a very convenient way to design. And but the only drawback of this my research design is that this technique is not implemented in any real car or in any real vehicle. So for that we are not sure that whether we can use this technique or not, but this is just a small solution. From this solution we can maybe in the future we can design more effective suspension system, which is less in cost, and it contains less volume, and it will be applied on the all future vehicle. Because now our car is becoming smart. Now the electric cars are becoming like growing every day, because the earth needs the like pollution free technology, very better technology. And for that we should have to design something more. And for that we can use this active electromagnetic suspension system in our future car. And conclusion, The conclusion of this presentation is that the as we can as we seen that the active system is the best in performance wise as compared to any other suspension system. We cannot compare the performance of active electromagnetic system with another system because it is the best in performance. Only the cost is the matter because it is very expensive, and second thing is that the it contains more volume because as we require to provide backup system, so it contains more volume. And second thing is that it covers all the drawbacks of the other systems like hydraulics, like our passive suspension system like hydraulic system. It has the drawback of it is not very comfortable and it is not very reliable, and also it contains pollutions like leakage of some toxic fluids, and also it contains the CO2, so it is not a good for the environment. And third thing is that our cars are becoming smart, so that's why we need to put something new, and that's why we designed this project, so it is very necessary for the future. Thank you.